Alright, so I have 3 posts to make about this Mohbad issue and I'm done for good. Alright? This is the first one. Now, if you notice, I've put in a lot of energy in vindicating Naira from this case. It is very obvious. It's not something that is hidden. It is very, very obvious. One of the main reasons why I brought this whole thing back is to, number one, vindicate Naira and to actually point people towards the right direction, knowing what I know now. Now, something happened that involved Iyabo, Naira and a particular meeting recently. Coincidentally, I went to report a case at the MPF NCCC, a case of 650 million naira. Now somebody that was scammed. So I took the case there, and then I met Naira there. And I met Naira there. He said he wrote a petition against Iyabo, and Iyabo is there. I said, okay, so what is going on? He said, well, so far so good. They told Iyabo to bring evidence of everything she has said about them. In the case of bullying, in the case of that, na them by Mohbad. So I said, so how far with the case now? He said that Iyabo is pleading. I said, pleading how? Like, what's going on? So she's pleading. I said, it doesn't make sense. The Iyabo I know cannot beg you. Then he said, you can come, see. So we went straight, and then he opened the door. Then he went inside to sit down. When he sat down, there was Sam Larry, there was his brother, Shudi, and then there were some people there. Iyabo was with a lawyer. Then when I entered, I sat in front of her. And I sat in front of her, they started talking. Now, there's one police there, it's one female police officer, senior officers. Some of them, they were like, very dark man, talk to your guy. We see, say, you and him, they pally since this whole Mohbad issue. Talk to Naira, let's look for a way to resolve this whole matter. Now, at the top of my head, I was like, resolve which matter? Like, why are they resolving any matter? What is really going on? Then they said, Iyabo, she understood that what she did is wrong and that they should look for the best way to settle the matter within themselves. Immediately, me, I para. I said, excuse me, lawyer, Iyabo lawyer, his name is Fumi. I said, make we see. Then we turn. I said, can we see? He said, yes, we can't turn. There was 2 police officers there. We stood. Then I said, fine. Based on what I just saw now, Iyabo is saying that a lot of publications that she did was wrong. She was pretty much emotional and all. That's why she made those things, right? So I told the lawyer, I said, how do we move on from here? Is she willing to come to the public? And the lawyer said, that is exactly what she said. That she will go to the public and let the public know that this is what happened and that she is sorry for actually being emotional about this whole matter. Then the lawyer now said again, but they were thinking that if they do that, a lot of her fans would think that she has been threatened by Naira or the government threatening her. That Iyabo has suggested that they will not apologize, but if Naira releases a new song, they will help him promote it, and that gradually people will start welcoming Naira back. I para. Now that the talk just vexed me. Then I looked at the lawyer. I said, for all what these people have what these people have gone through, the shows that they have lost, money that they have lost over a lie, and then instead of you to go to the public and then just spell it out for everybody to see, you are saying that you are going to start promoting a song. I just looked at him. Out of anger, I told him, I said, the luck Iyabo has is that Naira is not from the Niger Delta region. Because for ruining his career over a lie, if the Niger Delta you come from, they go shoot her down. And even you, the lawyer, they go shoot you down. Then the lawyer looked at me, and the police people were there. They were like, no, very dark man, it hasn't got into this. Then the lawyer was like, bro, it is not me that said this thing. I didn't come up with it. Iyabo came up with it. Cut the long story short, he left. Then I called Naira in. I said, now where this matter don't be like this. If she say she's willing to go to the public and then explain what happened, do you understand? That she was emotional. And then the case went towards the wrong direction. Instead of actually holding everybody in the house accountable. But there's no problem. It don't happen, it don't happen. So what do you want? Naira Marley said he's scared that she might not do it if they leave her now. That she might not apologize. She might just go outside now and decide to change everything again. That he knows her character. She's a manipulative person. I told him, I said, well, we'll call the police people in. They called the police people in, we spoke. Some of the police people were saying, if she's willing to apologize, Naira Marley, let's see how this thing is going to be. Then if she doesn't apologize, then they bring her back. But if this thing goes to court, she will definitely pay dearly because everything, literally everything, bullying and everything was all a lie, right? Videos being doctored, a lot of things. You know, a lot of atrocities happened that time. Naira Marley left. When he left, I sat down. Now, something in me told me that something crazy might happen, right? And I went outside. When I came back, they said they needed to see the director of NPF NCCC so that they'll table the matter in front of him and then they can know the way forward. That was how everybody went to the director's office. Iyabo Ojo's lawyer, myself was there, Naira Marley was there, Sam Larry was there, Naira Marley's brother Shudi was there. Now, before the meeting, I just told Naira Marley, excuse me. You understand? So apparently Tonto Dike was coming. I told Naira Marley, excuse me. Naira Marley excused me. Then we went outside. I told him, I said, see, you see this matter? You are not taking it the way you should take it. He said, but he has forgiven. That's na Allah, na him go judge. But since she has come forward to say she's going to apologize and let the public know that he does not hold anything against her. Now, me trying to be extra, I told him, I said, no, make them detain her. You understand? I said, make them detain her. He now said, well, that he does not think it will solve anything. I said, if the director is talking, slam the table and let them know that they finished your career. Naira Marley still said that, okay, he's going to do it. Finally, he said he's going to do it. Then he now entered. When he entered, Tonto Dike entered. We all sat down. I moved, I sat down because the conference table, Sam Larry was here, Iyabo Ojo was here, Iyabo sat down here, Naira Marley sat down here, Tonto Dike was here, Naira Marley's brother was there. They started talking. While they were talking, she apologized. Now, Sam Larry, Naira Marley asked her one question. For Sam Larry, Naira Marley asked her one question. He said, in everything you have said about me, is there no one thing that is true? Is there no one thing? He now said, you said, at least let one thing be true. Let me know that I'm a bad person. At this point, I swear to God, I almost cried. Don't be playing. I felt very emotional. With that one question, he said, you said I drugged your children. That if they come to my house, I drug them. That at least let one thing be true. Iyabo Ojo was just looking. At this point, I just shook my head. Now that passed. Sam Larry was now saying, you said I bully Mohbad, that I collect money from boys, that I'm a this, I'm a that. Can you clear the air on that or give me proof? I just want to see proof that I did all those things. Then Iyabo said that some video went viral, you know, some video went viral where they said you were beating the boy and this. Then the director told her that they said, did you verify any of all these things? She said no, that she was just seeing the videos. Then Sam Larry said, Omo, you must give proof. Me, I want proof. Because they constantly bullied me, insulted my children, finished my name. If not, I'm a strong person. I for don't depressed. Who knows? Maybe I for don't be suicidal. You know? So they were talking. At the end of the day, Iyabo Ojo pleaded. Sam Larry cried. The gangster cried. He cried. He was just looking at her. He cried. Then Iyabo Ojo now said, Emma Binu. Anyways, they now came out. The director now said, so how are we going to move further? She now said, they should give her 2 weeks. Let her and her lawyers draft something in order to clear the name of these guys. So they'll draft something and they'll come back. The director now asked Naira Marley, is this okay? Naira Marley now said, there's no problem, provided she's willing to do the right thing. That was how Iyabo Ojo left. When Iyabo Ojo left, do you understand? That was when we now had our own private meeting. Because one of the main reasons why I was there was because we have to put hands together and let the public know what's up. So Iyabo Ojo left. Then we had our own private meeting. Do you understand? We had our private meeting. Now, when we spoke in our own private meeting, I promised Iyabo Ojo that I wasn't going to say anything on that. She should use her mouth to say it, right? Fast forward to Iyabo Ojo and the apology she was supposed to do. 3 days passed, nothing. 4 days passed, nothing. 5th day passed, nothing. Next thing, I just saw it on one small blog like this. QT something. One of all these small blogs. That Iyabo Ojo was invited. Naira Marley was now begging her that he should clear her name. Immediately, I suspected something fishy. I was cold at heart, right? Next thing, police now called. When that thing happened, I don't know Naira Marley called. That one shall have influence. He now called the DIG. The DIG now called the Oga. Now said, this boy brought a case. Do you understand? With all evidence and everything, let her, Iyabo Ojo, prove it. The DIG now said, that he's going to call the CP in charge. So he now told the CP that you are playing with the case. The CP said no. That everybody have decided that she's going to do something within 2 weeks. Towards the period that they were now expecting Iyabo Ojo to do something, do you know what happened? They called her that you're supposed to come to the station because this apology have not been done. Or we charge this case to court so that I'll now go finish the matter for court, right? They now told her, say, okay, see, if you no come, they invited her, they say, if you no come, they'll come pick her. Brothers and sisters, do you know the next thing that happened? Iyabo Ojo just paused here, her shop don't burn. I just looked at the video, I just shook my head. She now did a write-up. Immediately she did that write-up, and I also made a video that there was an agreement, we met. You understand? That was what triggered me to say, we met, and we said a lot of things. But God will judge. I said, God will judge. That's what touched me to say, God will judge. Then I ended it. When I now started seeing a lot of damage control, that is why I started with the group chat. Now, even in this same group chat, I kept on keeping it clean because I didn't want to involve Iyabo Ojo in any of it. You know why? Because I was posting all those things so that she'll come back to her senses and say, you know what? Let me just do the right thing. If people are innocent, they are innocent, right? Because our own part of the whole chat reeks of hate. I don't know. But again, one of the things we said when me and Iyabo Ojo sat down face to face is, I will not blame you for anything that you did. And every other Nigerians that came for the head of these guys, I would not blame you at all. You know why? Emotions were everywhere. But you knowing fully well, say, Omo, these people have literally nothing. It's so crazy that even the part of the bullying of the boy, she knows. That is what is crazy. A lot of doctoring that they doctored all these things and put online. She knows. One of the things we said in the meeting is that she opened her mouth to say, yes, she's convinced that Naira Marley did not bully that boy. And it is because of the videos flying around. But I'm not going to expand or say anything that me and I spoke about. So from this, I became very upset when I started seeing that she's trying to do damage control instead of doing the right thing. Now, why I can't start to post this thing? Can't start to post the voice note. They can't start to post the group chat and all. Now, I'll tell you something about that group chat. You see, almost everybody in the group chat, plenty of them are innocent. Down to even this Sam Clef. Because for crying out loud, Sam Clef part of the group chat. It's just, let me make it not be as if I no contribute. Jigon said a lot of nonsense things, but I can still hold it up on Jigon. He said a lot of nonsense, but yes, like the way you call your friend Papa useless, Papa useless, all those. He said a lot, plenty of them, but a lot of them were also innocent because yes, they were fighting. They actually was fighting for justice, but some of them knew one or two things, and they decided to push an agenda. Do you understand? It's pitiful. It's a case of me wanna pray, me wanna not did the wrong place at the wrong time, or me they not call your name for one wrong thing. Do you understand? Then again, see, the biggest, I think one of the problem that happened in all of this Mohbad case is that emotions were flying, sentiments were flying. But let's leave that by the way. So I said to myself that if Iyabo Ojo will not do it, I will try my best for these people. That is why they call me the voice of the voiceless. They have no voice. I have the voice. I have the platform. So regardless, I've seen a lot of blackmail. Very dark man, they don't pay them. They don't do this, they don't do that. Same from our own camp. From our own camp. Now, finally, after the shop burning, police were now calling her. Next thing, say she dey go Canada. All this one, I make, okay, yes, before she come back, the matter go down cold. But it will not be cold. It will not be cold. Because as you take it there, they still wait for you. You go use your mouth to tell the truth. And if you don't tell the truth, the guy the case will come, even though you go there for 10 years. You go there. But between you and I, made you a promise. So I'm not going to speak about what we talked about. I thank God, say you admit, say me and you meet. I thank God. So when I don't admit in everything, when I still admit, say we meet. Whether na very dark man beg you more na meet, or na you beg very dark man, no problem. But why did you agree for us to meet? Very dark man did not wake up one morning to say, yeah, but let's meet. And you accepted. Something made us meet. There's something where we get together, where make us meet. And very soon, if I give you time, I go talk. Because the way they go, I only made that promise because I thought that you were going to come out and say the needful and just do what is right. But if you continue like this, you know talk, I go talk. You can't end your statement with, this is the last time I'll speak about it. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. But ultimately, it is not fair. You get children. You get pikin. You will get grandchildren. I pray for your family to be okay. You will get grandchildren. But ultimately, this life is bigger than we all see it. 2 more posts on Mohbad and I'm done. 2 more and I'm done. Peace and love, don't play.